I did go ahead that day and buy 5 Delinas half off on Affirm. So there's that. Hey besties, and thank you so much for joining me in today's video. Welcome if you're new. My name is Lindsay, and over here on this channel we cover all things beauty, and today we are talking about saving money on perfumes. Y'all, who in here loves to save money? I know I freaking do. I love money. I love saving money. I love saving money on beauty products specifically. It's just something about finding a fragrance, even like on a 5% discount, that makes me feel a little bit better about it, because let's face it, perfumes and perfume collecting, that's expensive. It's so pricey, especially now. So I just wanted to do a video kind of on how I would save money, add value, that's a big thing to your collection, and really like look around before you click purchase or add to cart, you know? There's so many different ways to try new fragrances, to get fragrances on steals, and I feel like buying full price and then seeing that later on really hurts. I know it hurts for me. Look at me with Devotion. I just bought Devotion full price for the small bottle, and Joma Shop, which is an online discounter, is selling it for like half off for the medium sized. So, you know, you live, you learn. I just wanted to make a little video. I have my notes here, go through every single way I would, if I was restarting my collection, save money on fragrance, and even how I'm gonna like move going forward. So I'm not gonna lie, if I love a fragrance a lot and I'm super excited, I think the notes sound like I will absolutely love them. I will blind buy, but I think my number one tip is to try not to do that. Try to sample. Scent Split has amazing samples, and they're not just like, you know, those little open up and you dab them on and it's messy and you lose half the product. I know that's what happens with me. They're like very nice, you know, little glass bottles, and they're actually very beautiful. You have a good amount of, you know, use that you could get out of them, and it's not like a little small thing. Once again, I hate that. I really do. I'd rather just have the big bottle and hope for the best, honestly, which I know sounds terrible, but Scent Split is gonna be one of my number one things. And also, please stop blind buying. I know I tell you guys all the time, I love this fragrance, I love that fragrance, I think you'd love it. And hey, if you watch my videos and you genuinely get on with the fragrances I also love, that's usually a good indicator that you're probably gonna love a lot of the same fragrances as me, like moving forward, but it's not always 100% guaranteed. And with samples on Scent Split, I think typically they're around like $10, $15, unless it's like super niche, and depending on, you know, the price as well, it's gonna fluctuate, but it's definitely worth it. I actually have an order coming from, I think, I can't remember, you guys. Coffee Addict, Chocolate Velvet, I think Lemon Tart. Those are all fragrances from the niche brand one of you recommended, and I have those actually on the way today. I keep looking outside to see if like the delivery truck is here. Anyways, yeah, so I would say 100% try not to blind buy, because if you're left with something that you don't like and then maybe you just don't want to go to the post office, return it, it's just a whole hassle going back and forth with the brands. I totally get that. So I would just say to rule all that out in the first place, just go ahead and try to cut down on your blind buys. See, for me, it's really fun to blind buy, so if you're like me, I completely understand, but just try to cut down on it maybe just a little bit. Fragrance discounters are also an amazing way to save on fragrances. I've seen fragrances I love on sale for up to like 60% and maybe even more. Great brands to shop on Joma Shop, for example. That's where I do most of my shopping. I have like 10 plus bottles I got from them. I'll leave my link down below, but that is affiliated, so if you're not comfortable, go ahead and just, you know, go on there, search up different fragrances you love and see if they're on sale. But we have like Versace, those ones are usually always on sale. Dolce & Gabbana, sometimes you can find like a good Bond number 9 on sale. Replica always has amazing sales. I always recommend getting your Replica fragrances from Joma Shop. What else? My Parfums de Marly fragrances I actually got on Joma Shop. The big thing I want to say is just to go ahead and cut any of your worry. Make sure you smell each fragrance you're gonna buy online in person before you buy off these shops. That way, if you're worried about the authenticity, which all of the sites I'm naming are, but just in case you're still worried about that, go ahead and smell them all in store first. Don't buy them, but smell them. That way you have an idea of how it should smell, and when you get the fragrance, you just feel like 10 times better about it. So Joma Shop is really great. I love it. Amazing deals. Again, what I am most familiar with, I have 10 plus bottles. I'll go ahead and leave my link down below to the fragrances I've tried, but that is affiliated. If you're not comfortable, don't even click on the link. And I've never had a bad experience. That's something I really wanted to tell you guys off of Joma Shop. Never had a bad bottle. The only time I had a bad experience was on a blind buy. I think I got a fragrance from Lancome and I did not love it. I didn't. So that was my bad. And just to show you examples of my savings, Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume, and Pear Ink, I want to say I got for around $65, $70, and they typically retail for $145 for the big bottles. Another really good example is when I bought Delina Exclusive for half off. This fragrance, I want to say, is about $375, so half of that, and I was just so over the moon excited because I was really saving my money to get a full bottle. That is how much I love the DNA. So I'm so happy I saw that savings, and I'm not proud of it, but I did go ahead that day and buy 5 Delinas half off on Affirm. So there's that. I also saved on Narciso Rodriguez Poudre, YSL, Montpellier, and the big bottle of Nichane 100 Silent Ways. I also just tried Max Aroma for the first time very recently. I got Bond 9's Greenwich Village and also Bond No. 9's Tribeca, and these are gorgeous perfumes, both half off, and I was very excited about that. I also love Max Aroma because they have a point system, which is absolutely lovely, and they also do 2-day shipping for so many of the perfumes. When you go on their website, you'll see in the right hand corner, it'll let you know if it's free with the purchase, which I just think is so cool if you're super excited about a fragrance. And if you don't like the fragrance, it's not like you're locked in. You can send it back, obviously in a timely manner. I'm not sure exactly what the time period is. So far we have fragrance discounters, sampling, and no blind buys. Number 3, I'm gonna go ahead and say I think it's really cool to get fragrances on the Ulta 5 times points deals, because Ulta points really do add up, and that in itself is money you could save on other fragrances or other products from Ulta if you typically do tend to do a lot of shopping there. I love their point system, and I just feel like that's the best time to do it, especially for those brands you don't see on discounters. You don't see it on Joma Shop, you don't see it on Max Aroma. They never go on sale. That's when I would go ahead and say get it on a 5 times discount or even a Sephora VIB sale for the points there. 4, I would say another great thing to utilize is definitely Mercari or Poshmark. I know buying used fragrances might not sound like the most appealing, but honestly, who cares if there's a little dent in a fragrance if somebody had it before you? If it's not a brand spanking new release, I feel like that's great. I haven't personally yet purchased from Poshmark or Mercari, but I do feel like if there's a fragrance I had been eyeing and really truly wanted, and I saw it on a really great discount on those websites, or sorry, those apps, I would definitely take advantage. I do want to make a Mercari soon and put the fragrances I'm no longer reaching for on there. Let me know if you guys would like to shop that down below. I am heavily thinking about making those accounts. But I think number 4, definitely that's a great way to find fragrances that you like, or even fragrances that maybe are discontinued and you do want to get your hands on still. I think that's a great way to save money. I'm gonna go ahead and hold off my purchasing for this month until Black Friday because I really hate the fact that I feel like if I purchase, I'm gonna regret it because I'm gonna miss out on, you know, savings. Another great thing to do is sell what you don't like and you're not using. Go ahead and rehome it to other people. Sell it on Mercari. You could obviously give it away to friends and family if you want to as well, but if you're trying to make a little extra coin to put back into your collection or to help pay a bill, I feel like Mercari is great. You actually can't sell on Poshmark, so just disregard when I said that, but Mercari is a great thing to use also to sell on. for yourself if you do want to go ahead and, you know, look into doing that. So my biggest thing also, like I said, the samples, those are just really important. When new releases come out and you are tempted to get the big bottles, but the notes don't quite resonate with you, you think you may like it, you may dislike it, you're kind of on the fence, get the travel sizes. I feel like that's the best thing to do. And that will also help you determine if you think it's actually going to add that value to your collection. If you're like having the urge to use it up, if it's something you genuinely see yourself loving and actually appreciating, thinking it's worth it in your collection. You don't want to have fragrances in your collection that just, you know, take up space and they don't actually add that value. So here is Yum Pistachio Gelato. I got this a while back and it is a fragrance I do find myself reaching for, and even kind of feel like I don't want to use because I want to save the fragrance. So I do think that on the next sale, I am going to go ahead and purchase a big bottle, probably for Black Friday. It smells so good and I'm so happy I got it in the travel first to really decide if I did love it, because in the beginning I was kind of like so-so. It's really nice. Obviously not what anybody was expecting, but we're past that. Now I just really like this, so I do want to get a full bottle. And even though when you do break it down with the math, with the ounces, with the money, sometimes travels are very expensive, I do feel like you are getting the convenience of the travel, of course, and then also not having to pay that huge price tag all at once. So I do love travels. But those were my tips and tricks on saving money on fragrances. I hope this was helpful. Please let me know down below in the comments, what do you do to save money on fragrance, and what could I incorporate into my saving habits? I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out on the channel and lets me know you love the content and want to see more similar. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!